All right. Good morning, Lakeview Intermediate. Principal Hine here with you on Liftoff Live for November the 5th, 2020. It is Team Up Against Drugs Day for Red Ribbon Week, and I love seeing all the teams out there. Some of you are repping your favorite like pro teams or college teams. Some of you are repping your team. You play for a team. Like here in town, maybe you play softball, or I saw a BMX jersey today. I saw football jerseys, soccer jerseys. I love it. Some just were wearing UConn jerseys. That's great because we're all Millers. We're Lakeview Millers. So I love even the school shirts. Just no matter what, rep your team, stick with your team, and cheer on your team. That's awesome. And the biggest message today, again, team up against drugs, making sure that as a school, we are committed to a healthy drug, alcohol, tobacco-free lifestyle. All right, let's get into it. We have some morning announcements today. Repeating some things from yesterday. I'm going to go into a little more detail. Just remember to come to school every day. Those 4 essentials: Chromebook, charger, mask, water. Bring a water bottle to school. Bring a mask to school. Chromebook and charger going back and forth in between. Remember to take care of those items. That's in our student creed. I will take care of my school. That includes things that belong to the school. So take care of those things and make sure you are showing readiness and responsibility every day. That's 2 of our Miller 5. One more reminder about the cafeteria. I talked yesterday about keeping the tables clean. I went in yesterday. I wish I remembered which pot it was because I could do a shout out. But I went to a table and I thought that Miss Stacy had already cleaned off the table, and she told me she hadn't. And what's awesome was there had been a group of like 12 kids at that table just before. So that means they kept it so clean, it looked to me like it had already been clean. I love that. And that's what we need to do for our cafeteria hostess, because they have to rush to clean those tables between groups. And anything you can do to keep those tables clean before they have to wipe them down in between is so, so, so helpful. So wrappers, little crumbs, a chip, half a potato chip, whatever. Try to pick that stuff up on your way out so it's easier to clean those tables. That really helps, especially right now with COVID stuff going on. The other thing is making sure we stay seated in the cafeteria and we raise our hand if we want to get up and go somewhere. I did see a lot of kids getting up out of their seats, even just like you get up and you're like leaning and talking to the person next to you, you know. Keep your bottom on the bench, please. All right. That helps keep things orderly in the cafeteria. And then remember spacing. Walking in this morning, I had to talk to some friends. Just remember, I know you see your friends in class that come in the morning, want to say hi. I hate asking people to spread out. That goes against what we're doing. We're relational and we're friends and we're talking and visiting. And I want you to be able to do that. But we have to remember that spacing in the morning. Okay. And I did the reminder on hoods, hats, and phones yesterday. Although hats today, team hats, are absolutely okay. So that's fine today. All right. So Red Ribbon Week redo. Just a reminder that tomorrow is drugs are, I'm having a hard time seeing through my glasses, no joke, dress silly. So anything that's fun and silly you could do. I need to bring Mrs. Mann in here. I'm just going to bring her in. I'm pretty sure she's teaming up against drugs today too. I wonder which team Mrs. Mann is repping. Any guesses before I bring her on? If you haven't seen her yet today? Well, here it is. Get your guess in your head. She is repping. Oh, yeah.
Good morning.
Hi. Good morning, Mrs. Mann. How are you?
I'm doing great. And yes, I'm repping my alma mater, Oklahoma State University. It may not be your favorite team, but that's okay. You cheer for your favorite team. I'll cheer for mine. Either way, we're teaming up against drugs. We're on one united team for that, for sure.
That's right. Absolutely. So tell everybody about dressing silly tomorrow.
Okay. So you know, we like to have a lot of fun with dress up days and different things like that. We've talked about we've gotten a little deeper in some of our discussions with drugs and alcohol. And so tomorrow, I just want to remind everybody, drugs really are no joke. They really aren't. But to keep things a little lighter, we're going to let you dress a little silly. So that can be mismatched. That can be, just goofy stuff, but it still has to be school appropriate. Course, make sure you're covered in all the places you're supposed to be covered up, and things like that. So you can do crazy hair. I just didn't want to limit kiddos, so be a little silly. Teachers too, but
just remember, do stuff like crazy hair. That stuff has to be done before you get to school. What we can't do is go into like the restrooms and like tell our teacher, "Oh, I got to go in the bathroom and do all my No, whatever you are doing, you need to have done before you get to school.
Yes, you must be silly before you arrive.
There you go. All right. Well, that's going to be fun. We're looking forward to that. All right. Well, I'll bring you back here in just a moment, Mrs. Mann. Thank you for that. Okay. So back to liftoff. I think. Oh, yeah. It's time for the. Oh, gosh. I'm slow. I thought I had it ready, but I don't. But you know the music. Here it comes. Got to have the music. It's how I start my day. Got to have it. It's part of the rhythm. There it is. Sing it with me. You know you make me want to shout. Kick my heels up and shout. Throw my hands up and shout. All right. So it's time for the Miller 5 shout out. And I am ready to give a real big proud shout out to Mr. Brandon Stafford. Oh my gosh. Brandon Stafford. I'm looking at you. That's right. You are the Miller 5 shout out today because your teacher has told me, listen to this, Brandon daily, not once a week, not once a month, daily exhibits our Miller 5. He is ready, respectful, responsible, all that stuff all the time. He comes to math class ready to learn. He embraces challenges and perseveres. Oh, there it is. Perseverance. So goes after it, never gives up, works hard until he gets it and learns it. And he also, on top of working hard and showing perseverance with his math, he shows great respect to himself and others by bringing a positive attitude to class. Oh, Brandon, that's what I'm talking about. See, because that positive attitude, like I said the other day, that stuff's contagious. So way to bring it to math class. Very proud of you. Brandon Stafford, today's Miller 5 shout out. Way to go. All right. Back to, I think now we are ready for Admit 1. I'll bring Mrs. Mann back in here. Mrs. Mann, what did you think about that shout out? That's pretty awesome, isn't it?
I loved it. I'm so proud of you, Brandon. I keep doing it. Keep representing and keep modeling for other people. That's fantastic.
All right. So what do we got today for Admit 1?
Well, yesterday we talked a little bit about peer pressure and how to say no. And so I just want to reiterate that a little bit. First of all, hey, you guys, if somebody says they're your friend and they are encouraging you to make a bad choice, something that you know in your heart and your mind is not good for you, it's not good for other people, they're not really your friend. You don't have to try to be cool to fit in with them because you have to decide what's best for you. And if you know that that is something that is not good and healthy for your body, your heart, your mind, you need to run away. And I mean run, literally. Get out of there. Go tell an adult that you trust and so that they can help you because that's just not something that we want happening for you. And so don't fall to that. And it's hard, you guys, but you can do hard things. We've talked about this. But it is so hard to be brave and find your courage. And sometimes your courage, I tell my kids, is all the way down at your toes. So you got to dig deep for it. But you got to get out of there and don't be part of that situation. Have what you're going to say ready, even if it's as simple as nope, or you say nothing and you just hightail it out of there. You got to get away. So do we have that video? Is that going to work today, do you think?
I do. I think I'm about ready to put it on
All
here.
Right. Well, it's Team Up Against Drugs Day. So I want to show you a member of a team that you probably have never seen before, and maybe a team you're not even sure existed. So take a quick look at this video.
I was in first grade, and our first grade teacher asked everybody, what do you want to be when you get older? And everybody put doctors and teachers and fireman and astronaut, and I put I want to be an Olympic athlete. And that's a true story. So I played sports ever since I was a young girl. In college, I played field hockey, basketball, and track. I didn't know what sport I was going to pick to go all the way. I decided that, maybe triathlons, I wasn't sure, so I tried that out. And a lot of people, noticed me running all the time. They're like, oh, are you a fighter? I was like, no, I'm not a fighter. I keep training for triathlons. Are you a fighter? And I'm like, why is everybody asking me if I'm a fighter, Finally, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this sport a try as well. It was such a humbling experience because I wasn't just great at it. I knew that this was a sport that was going to take hard work and it was going to take a lot of practice. And I was up for the challenge. I'm number 1 in the nation right now. I got the gold medal at the USA National Championship. So now I'm on Team USA. The decision to stay drug-free really molded my whole life. I definitely had a lot of opportunities and times in my life where I could have easily have chose, the easy route, to try to be cool or by doing drugs, but I didn't choose that. To me, that wasn't cool. And to me, that coolness would not last and wouldn't get you anywhere and wouldn't amount to anything. And I had a friend in college that was smarter than me, was a genius English major. He was smart. He was getting all A's. His papers were amazing. He was getting better grades than I was. And then he started hanging around with the wrong crowd and smoking pot. He started skipping classes because he was too lazy to go to class. It just got so bad that he flunked classes. He had to retake classes all over again. I don't even know if he even graduated. It really ruins your name and who you are and what you're going after in life. And it's really important to just stay focused and be around, positive people. And you want to be remembered as somebody that was a hard worker. They accomplished a lot of things. They tried new things. And that's what's important. I really like setting goals and achieving them and looking back at them and saying, wow, I did that. Wow, I completed that. Rather it be a goal in, let's just say when I started boxing, I said to myself, right, when I started the sport, I'm going to be a professional boxer. I'm going to be in the Olympic Games. And 5 years later, I stuck with it, and all that hard work is paying off, and I'm on Team USA now, and I'm on my route to the 2016 Rio Olympic Games. I'm Danielle Wolf, and my natural high is boxing. What's yours?
All right, so talking again about finding your natural high, I love what she had to say, Mr. Hine, about setting a goal. And it can be a short-term goal or it can be a long-term goal. Maybe, your short-term goal right now is that you're going to master fractions, or you're going to make this grade on a test, but you've got to put forth the effort, just like she had to in her sports, right? So she wanted to be an Olympic athlete and she had to put in the time and the effort, but she couldn't let the junk get in the way. Yep. And that's the thing, friends. You can't let junk like drugs, alcohol, and tobacco get in your way of achieving your goals. Okay. And you can't let those people who say they're your friend, who want you to do bad things and make bad choices, you can't let them get in your way either, because this is about you and what are you going to do to make the best choices for you. We say in our student creed that we will encourage and inspire others to make good choices and reach their goals. So be that person. She said, surround yourself with positive people. You got to find those people that are going to encourage you to do the right thing so that you can reach your goals. So take some time this weekend, reflect on something that is a goal for you, something you want to do. Teachers, I encourage you to do the same thing. And you know what? Strive to achieve it. Maybe you can't do it yet, but soon you'll be able to do it with some effort, some hard work, and the right people surrounding you.
So. Awesome message, Mrs. Mann. I'm reminded when you talked about the creed there, I think I go back to my mountain climbing. I told everybody knows I love climbing mountains. So if I'm climbing a mountain with you and our goal is to get to the top and you're going with me, anybody who's with me and you're struggling, am I someone who's helping you get to the top, or am I someone who's keeping you from getting to the top? Am I using words or actions? Maybe it's even physically taking your hand and helping you over an obstacle, or maybe it's encouraging words like, you can do this. I know you can do this. You can make it to the next stop, whatever. Or am I someone who gets in the way or creating something that gets in the way, right, like drugs? So I love that message. Very, very important. Awesome. All right. So we are about out of time. So let's get to our corny joke of the day. I got to share the screen again. I'm sorry there wasn't a picture at the start of that video. I don't know what happened because it looked like it should have been there. But I appreciate everybody rolling with me on that. Okay, Mrs. Mann, here we go. I'll let you join me on this joke of the day today. You ready?
Ready.
Let's have a quick laugh. Here it is, everybody. Today's corny joke of the day. Mrs. Mann, did you hear the rumor about butter? I know you are all about not having rumors at school, but did you hear the rumor about butter?
I did not.
Well, I'm not going to spread it. So We shouldn't be spreading any rumors anyway, but especially rumors about butter.
That's a lesson for another day.
There you go.
Do not spread rumors.
All right. Well, you have a great day. Thanks for joining me, Mrs. Mann.
Thank you. You too.
All right, everybody, please stand up. It is time for our pledges. And here we go. Hand over your heart, ready and respectful. Attention, salute, and pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now the Oklahoma flag. I salute the flag of the state of Oklahoma. Its symbols of peace unite all people. Now we'll pause for a moment of silence. You may be seated. Please be respectful during this time to reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activity. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Let's make it a terrific Thursday. Lakeview, let me hear you. We are Lakeview. We are not average. We will strive for the Miller 5. And whatever it takes, oh yeah, we will grow. 3, 2, 1, lift off. All right. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you soon.